Welcome to the Freakopotamus podcast. You ready for some R&B, funk, soul, and Prince? Let's go. And now, your host, the real Russell.
All right, what's up, everybody, and welcome back once again to the Freakopotamus podcast. How's everybody doing today? Everybody's in a funky mood today. Hopefully, everybody's in a P-funky mood, because today we have two very special guests. The video you just saw was Sheila Brody Amuka from, you might know her from the Brides of Funkenstein back in the day. She was also part of the Pfunk All-Stars. She was a part of Rick James and the Stone City Band, Public Enemy. She did some work with them, a lot of other stuff. And we've also got Rayshelle Armstrong Clinton, daughter of the legendary George Clinton. So without further ado, let's bring those two young ladies to the stage real quick. There is Sheila. What's up, Sheila?
They don't look so like you can hear you. Uh-oh, you can't hear me. Hello?
Okay, hey, Poetic Lady Shell. What's up, Rayshelle?
Hi. And I'm the niece of George Clinton. I'm the niece, not daughter. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Did I say daughter?
Yeah, you say daughter. I'm his
I'm sorry. I meant to say niece. I'm sorry. My bad. We're flying without a net. We're flying without a net. My bad. Yes, the daughter.
Okay.
I'm sorry, the niece of the legendary George Clinton. There I go again. I'm a little nervous tonight,
Hello,
to be honest with you.
Hello.
So how's it going? First of all, I want to extend my condolences to Sheila, your family, at this time for the passing of your mother.
Yeah, it's like it's pretty like, I don't even have words for it. It's inexplicable. You can't even like explain to people what the feeling feels like. But everybody that goes through it will know immediately this is what it is. Like I've had friends that even Rayshelle, when her mother passed, I've had friends whose mothers passed, and I'm like, I felt for them. But when it's your mother, it's something I can't even describe. It's so
Right.
painful, you just get numb, and you just go on autopilot. That's
Right,
it.
exactly right. I haven't been there yet. I've lost a dad, but I haven't lost a mother yet, so I'm not there yet, but I'm bracing myself.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Sorry for
Thank
your
you.
loss. I just want to tell everybody, hug your mom extra. Love
Yes.
her extra. Because when
Yes.
you can't anymore, that's all you're going to want to do.
Yes.
That's the truth.
It's true.
Yeah, I agree totally. Every time I see my mother, I don't leave without a hug and a kiss, and it never
That's
fails.
right.
Yeah.
Right. And forget about
So
all that.
yeah. So our hearts are definitely with you, thinking about you and praying for you and your family. And
Thank you.
it's going to be a process.
Yes,
We love you.
absolutely. Music.
Music. Yes, that's what we're here for, right?
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, well, music makes me happy. And the
Yeah,
last song I did is Party Up in Here with DJ Industrial Badger, aka Brad Henry. Um, I I want to party. I want to party and have fun now because I know that's what my mom would want me to do.
absolutely.
Celebrate her
Right.
life, and just be happy.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's what we all want to be. We want to be happy. We want to continue to live our lives and make our loved ones proud that have gone before us, and make our
Yes,
loved ones proud that are still here with us, and live life
yes,
like
sir.
it's your last day on earth.
That's right.
Live,
Cause
live,
it could be.
live
You
your
never
life to the
know.
fullest.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly. So, can we talk a little bit about your history for the young folks that might not know who you are? I'm sure mostly everybody does in our X generation, but
Are you? Well, everybody knows who George Clinton is. I would imagine.
all
Yeah,
right.
almost everybody. I mean, I do music. I love music. I love singing. I've done with a lot of different artists, including me as an artist. So that's what I'm doing now. Is I'm doing Sheila Amuka.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I've worked with Pfunk. I've worked with George Clinton. I've worked with that's the same reason. I was a bride of Funkenstein. I've worked with Public Enemy, which was an amazing experience, by the way. Love Chuck
Hmm.
D, Gary Ronaldo.
Chuck
Um,
D, Flavor Flav. Yeah.
oh God, Flavor. You know, every time Flavor would come on stage when I was with George, he would always sing on my mic. And it was just like it was weird, but that's what would happen. So they're good people. There's some good people out here, some good artists out here. Everybody's not, you know, evil. I know
Yeah.
there's good out there.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. The
But
music industry gets a bad rap sometimes. They think it's all, you know, music, rock and roll. They say rock and roll, but R&B, drugs, you name it. You know, but it's not all that.
no,
I mean, there's some good people out there in the industry. A lot of
So
good people,
positive.
positive people.
Hmm.
They want to see you succeed and not take you down.
exactly.
Yep.
That's what Rachel and I, we wanted to present a positive light
Hmm.
that, women can work together. She does spoken word. I'm a singer, songwriter. She writes spoken word.
Right.
And we are going to do a podcast. We've been wanting to do it
For the
forever.
longest.
We're going
Awesome.
to do it. And when we see George on the 6th here, we're going to ask him to please help us launch our podcast.
Oh, awesome.
That would be nice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Why not?
Why not? I mean, you've got the resources to make it happen, so why not make it happen? And will that podcast be about music or uplifting or?
Music. It'd be about music and encouraging one another and women
Mhm.
uplifting each other instead of
Right.
try to bring each other down.
Okay.
And
Hmm.
we're going to tell stories, life stories.
Okay.
And we talk about real life and living real life. Like it's not a reality. It's like a reality show kind of, but about more about music and life. But giving you maybe pointers
Right.
Hmm.
that things that have helped us, our karmic sharing our karmic experiences that helped us to grow and maybe may be helpful to somebody else.
Yeah. And nurture some upcoming artists, maybe.
Oh yeah. Well, they need it probably now. They're probably scared to death. I mean, I would be scared to death right now if I was looking at the music industry and like wanting to get in it. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
I know. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Like I changed my mind.
I'm serious. I've heard young people say, "Well, if you get in the business, you'll just get dead." I heard that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So everybody's not bad, One everybody's not bad, and they need to know that.
Right.
But how you
Yeah, I can
feel
remember
in the
back in the
industry
day.
is
I was
okay.
Just like
probably in my 20s. I was trying to get into the music business. Maybe it's a good thing that I didn't, but I tried really,
I
really
know.
hard.
hmm I feel the same exact way. I think it's best if it happens now because
Yeah.
Yep. Playing field
Yeah.
is a little leveled.
hmm and that we have learned what to do and what not to do. what to sign and what
Don't
not,
sell your
and what not to
soul.
sign.
Yeah, I'm sure you got a lot of advice for younger artists that are trying to get into the door.
Don't
Mhm.
sell your soul. That's one thing I want to put out there.
Don't say yourselves, yeah,
Don't
Mhm.
sell your soul.
It's not
It's
worth
not
it.
worth it.
yeah.
No.
Crazy.
So was that your musical start, or did you start prior to that, like maybe as a child or something?
Oh yeah, my mom. Well, my mom always encouraged me to follow my dreams and to search my dreams. And when I was a
Hmm.
little girl, I used to sing. I used to live in Syracuse, New York, and I would sing to the radio with my little friends. And we just, she would sing this, sing that. And I would just do that. And then I started entering like talent shows and I started
Hmm.
winning them.
Hmm.
So I'm like, oh, there might be something to this.
Right.
And it made people happy. So I just kept doing it. And there's a lot of people that I admire. And I like people like Barbara Streisand. Okay, I guess, she's a
Mhm.
great singer. Tina Turner, of course. There's a lot of them. The Weather Girls,
Hmm.
Crystal Waters,
Crystal Waters, yeah.
a lot of people
Stephanie Mills,
that I really like. I
Shaka
love it.
Khan,
Chaka Khan, how much
uh-huh.
you ready?
So
Shaka
many.
Khan,
Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson.
This is a big Janet fan. Okay, let me let you tell him about what you do when you go see a Janet concert.
Every time I
Oh,
go to a Janet Jackson concert, I always, whatever hairstyle she's wearing, look, I'm always represent.
that's what you're gonna do.
Change the hairstyle and clothes.
Every concert.
So that's
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the Prince fan.
I've seen
Prince is
Janet
there.
quite a few times, man. She never disappoints. Even today, she doesn't disappoint.
I have never missed a concert ever since Rhythm
Can you
Nation.
believe that? Every
Wow,
concert.
Every concert, and the same with Prince. Prince, the only thing I missed was piano and microphone.
wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
I've
because of the
seen Prince about
unfortunate situation.
I've seen Prince about 10 times myself.
Wow.
I have never missed a
I've only
concert with
seen
Prince.
I've seen Janet like maybe twice.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen Prince maybe 2 or 3 times. Oh no,
Mm-hmm.
go away, Rocco.
But
This guy
I've
right here,
never
don't
seen
stop. It's in the
I've
car.
never seen George Clinton, Parliament Funkadelic, any of the P Funk stuff. I was probably 8 or 9 years old when that stuff was hot,
Are
and
you
so I was
serious?
way too young. But I
Mm-hmm.
listened to it on the radio.
I've been going to
Just
my uncle concert ever since I was like 14 years old.
Well, I've been with George since I was a kid myself, and it's funny
okay.
because a lot of people were drawn to the cartoon character. That's how you got the people when they were young because they were drawn to the cartoon characters. I know people like that. They got into George because they liked the animation,
Hmm.
which is a good way to get
Right.
people interested.
Mm-hmm. So he used to draw the little. Remember, he used to draw the dog, the little
Oh,
dog.
what about when he was riding the dolphin?
Uh-huh.
Mm.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And
well, yeah. I'm just thinking back about you know the mothership connection, all of that. I remember that as a kid, and it just blew us away as kids. We never been to a concert, but we heard everything about the concert, about the ship landing and all this kind of cool
That
stuff.
was
And
amazing times.
yeah,
yeah, George.
Mm-hmm.
so you kind of grew up with him, or he found you, or
Yeah, shit, that's a good story. You gotta tell them your story.
Which one? How I got with George?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Oh, and let me tell you, this is the real story. No matter what you read in anybody's book,
Okay,
this is the correct thing that happened. Um, I had met this guy named E-Man, who invited me to the studio,
okay,
and I didn't even know who George and Bootsy were. So I was kind of a corny girl. I was into rock and roll.
right.
So I went to the studio, and Lynn Mabry was sitting down in the steps between Studio A and B, and he brought me in. He says, "Hey, Lynn, this is Sheila." She said, "You got your music with you?" I had it. She put it in. She turned it on. She's listening. As she's listening, George ascends the stairs, and he's got on red leather from head to toe. It's 90 degrees outside. He has these 6-inch red boots on, and I'm like, "Who is this guy?" So he comes down the steps, and and she says, "George, check this out. This is Sheila." And he says, "Oh," as he looks at me, he says, he listens. He says, "Is that you?" I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "You got a passport?" I'm like, "No, you need to get one." I said, "Why? You're hired. We're going to Europe."
Oh wow.
And I was like, "I don't believe this." Nah, he was not lying. But he had to go to
Wow.
my mom and ask my mother permission. And she told him, George, I'll let my daughter go with you, but you got to treat her right and be good to her.
Wow.
And he did that because the man showed up when my mother had brain surgery, what, 2 years ago? He showed up at my house with his wife and stayed with us for like 5 hours to visit my mother after her surgery.
Oh, wow. That's
And
special.
then he called you. He called you a few days ago.
He called me when he found out my mother had passed because he was going to come and see her again, but she passed. So he and his wife, they called and they said, don't worry, Sheila, we got you. I'm like, the man is amazing. I don't care what anybody says.
Hmm.
Y'all can't, I will defend him forever. Period.
Mhm.
Yeah. And that Tear the Roof Off movie,
Yeah.
uh-uh.
Yeah, that
No,
documentary.
thumbs down. I'm sorry.
Mhm. Did you see?
Really? So,
I don't know if he's seen it or not.
Too many untruths in that movie.
okay.
You know how people build you up just to tear you down,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and that's what
Yeah.
they do in the music industry.
It's
They put you way up on the pedestal, and then the next thing you know, they tear you down.
it's called manipulation.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't understand, how people can make documentaries and not go to the source and get the truth, you know?
Well,
Mhm.
it's like the stories about he did the one that was saying he paid people for drugs. That's not true. What
Mm.
happened is these people were already had drug problems, and they came to George and said, "Hey man, you take it out of my pay.
Hmm.
Pay it now, party now, pay later." Okay, so
Right.
he did that, but then when it came time for them to pay, they didn't want to. They got amnesia, like, oh man, come on. No, why should he pay for everybody's happen? He was being nice and got stabbed in the back for being nice.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I'm not
Wow.
saying he's perfect, but they went way too far demonizing George in that movie, and I'm not down with it.
Wow.
Nope.
But at least you defending him because you was there.
Oh, I'm going
If
to
if she was there,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so, of
it has to be
course,
some truth as far as
that
the story.
association led to other things afterwards, right? Like the rise of Funkenstein,
Yeah. I
and then
mean,
the
George George gave a lot of people a launch pad for success. Now, whether you take that launch pad and do whatever you do with it is up to you. You
yeah,
can't make me like you take a horse of water, but you can't make him drink. No, you
right,
can't. He's not going to be your daddy forever.
Mhm.
What is supposed to take care of you forever? I just thought that was interesting,
Mhm.
right,
and
right.
I didn't want her to feel bad because she had seen the movie, and she said, "Did my uncle really do that to people?" I'm like, "No, Rayshelle."
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So speaking of those days, can we throw up an old video from back in the day so you can kind of tell us what's going on?
Okay.
Okay.
What was the question?
I'm just gonna show another video.
Oh, video. Oh, okay.
All right. Let's see what this is. This is Houston, 1979.
What is it?
Houston, 1979. Were you
Oh,
there?
that's no, I wasn't there in '79. I don't.
Wasn't there? Okay.
No.
We won't do that one. Okay. Yeah, we won't do that one. Okay, let's move on to something else. So you were also part of the Stone City Band for a minute.
The who?
Stone City.
The Stone City Band, Rick James' band.
Oh yes, Rick James. Oh my God. Yes. I did the thing with I was Rick James. I was Rick James briefly. That's another interesting
I
story.
seen the video. Listen.
Oh, that's an interesting story. That one.
Okay, let's play a video from that time period. One second, and bear with me for a second.
Mhm.
So
All right, here we go.
We're going to ask the Stone City Band to come back and do a song from their album. And, of course, we'd like to have you come back later in the show, too, Rick. Okay?
Great. Can I introduce my new girls here, Don?
Of course.
You haven't even said hello. You guys, people like to meet the new girls in the group? This is Gemini. This is she's done work with the Gap Band, Roy Ayers, and
trying to take my
multitudes of
notes.
people. Her name is Val Young.
Thank you. Thank you.
This little lady here, Aquarius, and she used to sing lead for a group called, well, we really shouldn't mention the names. No, the Brides of Funkenstein. Her name is Sheila Horn.
Give me some, brother.
How about it for Rick James, the Stone City Band?
All right. Do you remember that?
Yeah. I sure do. I remember those boots too. I really wanted those boots, man. They were like, they paid like $5,000 for those boots, I believe. But when I left, I didn't know it was leaving. Otherwise, I would have, had the boots.
Right.
I didn't know.
Right. What time period was that? How many albums were you there for? Rick.
Okay, we're gonna go there. Okay. Um, I was being sexually harassed by the road manager, Aaron Dublin. Aaron Dublin, been out there? Yeah, you. Um, I actually sued, but when I sued, they didn't even cover the sexual harassment part because he kicked me because I wouldn't sleep with him.
Oh,
See, don't talk about that part when they actually injure the women. They don't participate. See, I got kicked, and I had to sue Rick James, but I didn't sue him. I sued the tour insurance.
gotcha.
So, um, I got kicked. So I left before I could do anything else. Right before they got to meet Eddie Murphy, all of that. So all my career was definitely like, yeah, something happened with that. But I kept going.
Okay.
But that was crazy. But I won the lawsuit.
Good for you.
But it wasn't for sexual harassment, it was for getting kicked by another human being.
Oh, okay. Still good for you. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
but it's so sad. It's so sad that now all that stuff's been under the radar for so long. And the fact that when it happened to me, they didn't even touch the sexual harassment part. But
Right.
now it's in full gear. So, yeah.
Right.
All right.
So, what about you, Rayshelle? What's your history, and you want to talk about your poetry a little bit, your spoken word?
Yes, well, I've been writing ever since I was a child. I started like at the age of 10 years old. I always just write what's in my heart. If I'm going through something,
Mm-hmm.
I could write a spoken word in about 20 minutes. I've shared it with you a few times, Sheila. Anytime I'm going through something, I just write what's in my heart. And I learned that, I believe, from my uncle, because he expressed what's in his heart through his music.
Right.
So I think it's just in our DNA.
Kind of like
But I enjoy writing. And my mother, she encouraged me because my mother used to write. So it's a lot of talent in our family. But my mother,
Right.
she used to inspire me all the time. I would write a poetry or write what was in my heart, and then I would just show it to my mother, and my mother used to always say, "Rachelle, you have a gift." And
Right.
I've been doing it for years, but I want to get back into like Sheila and I. We talk about collabing, we're writing
Yeah.
together.
yeah.
Yeah.
With her singing, and I'm sharing my spoken words.
Yeah.
So I'm planning on getting back into it because I kind of put
Nice.
it. It seemed like once my mother died, it for some reason,
You got to get back
yeah, I
into it.
got to get
Like,
back in.
yes.
Yeah.
Same
Hmm.
thing with my mom. My mom's
Hmm.
down there, but I'm gonna push harder than
Yeah.
ever because
Hmm.
I know spiritually we can. Their spirits are still with us.
Hmm.
The
Oh
body
yeah.
hell is gone, but their spirit will always be with
Hmm.
us.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Because I moved to California in 2011, and the whole 5 years that I was out there, I was modeling. I was doing sharing my spoken words. It was like
Right.
twice a month I would share my spoken words. So I said I really need to just push myself and not give up. Because
Right.
never too late. And I know my mother wouldn't want me to be here grieving and not doing what makes me happy.
Exactly.
So Sheila, she encouraged
I'm
me.
in the podcast. I'm gonna call you back.
Sheila, she encouraged me. To just keep pushing and moving forward.
Right.
Hmm.
Let's see. You sent me a video earlier that you wrote about your son. Would you like to show that and talk about that a little bit?
Yes, well, I got married at a young age. I think I was like 21, 22.
Mm-hmm.
And then when my ex-husband and I divorced, I think I was like 35. And it was so hard to teach my two sons how to be a man. I
Right.
mean, just like a man couldn't teach a woman, teach a girl how to be a woman. It's hard for but he's playing it now.
Yeah. I'm just gonna play a little bit of it and tell us about it.
Hmm.
It's a woman teach a
Yeah,
boy how to be a man. Teach her. So she understands. She has two sons that she loves very much.
see, that's when I first
Trying to teach
started
them how to be a man.
father.
They ain't doing too much. How does a woman teach a boy how to be a man? Teach her. So she understands. She tried her best to teach her boys how to love women, how to be responsible. Tried to teach them how to be a man, but don't responsible. Never hit a woman, it's the worst thing you can do. Never put a woman with your mother would do. How does a woman teach a boy how to be a man? Teach her, so she understands. How does a woman teach a boy how to be
I love the background music that adds a lot to it. It's almost like it almost comes across like a rap, maybe.
I got those beats in California.
Okay.
You can tell the pipe up there.
How does a woman teach a boy how to be a man? Teach her, so she understands.
All right. So cool. So cool.
Thank you. But see, but you could, like I said, I performed that um, in California, and you see how the energy and how hype I was.
Right.
I just had to get back into it. It just feel like after my mother passed, I just been kind of depressed. But
It goes on to zero.
yeah, I know.
I'm working on not being depressed. I think my
I
mom
know.
wants us, our mothers want us to be happy.
Hmm.
But it's hard when they first, when you lose your mom, it's like, do I want to look you like, I have to go on. I know I have to go on. It's like weird that you're going on without them.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's
Yeah, it's
Especially
weird.
if they're taking care of them.
Yeah, I think taking care of your mother is an honor, and I think it elevates the love. It elevates love to another level.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
It seriously does because you touch them, and you see them ways you've never seen them or touched them that you never. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
changes everything, and it gives you the most amazing memories.
And it's amazing how things
After.
reverse.
Yes.
It's like it seems like they become the child.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know what I'm saying?
And you're the mother.
I know. I know.
And you're the mother. Yeah. It all comes back around.
Yeah. And other than
You know, they take care of us when we're babies, and then when they're in a situation where they need to be taken care of, like the roles are reversed.
exactly.
Yeah.
And in
Yeah.
Italy, they don't throw their parents in nursing homes. They just don't. Somebody in the family always stays and takes care of the parents.
All right.
And I learned that, and that's probably why I felt so strongly about not putting my mother in the nursing home. And then Rayshelle, she, her mother was in hospice for 2 seconds, and she took her out, and her mother stayed alive for like almost 8 months.
Yeah, 8 months. So they was only giving her 2 weeks to live.
Can you believe that?
Oh wow.
The power of love.
I
That's what
know.
that is. The power of
Power of love. Yep. Power from above.
the power from love, baby. The power of love. That's right.
Yeah.
Give God the glory.
Give him the glory all day, every day.
Every day.
Mhm.
So what are you
All
working
right,
on,
so-
Mr. Russell?
I'm sorry.
What are you working on in your life?
What am I working on? I'm working to build this podcast for sure. And I really appreciate you guys coming on to such a small platform. I'm growing. I've been doing this for a couple of years now, but there are so many other bigger name podcasts out there that have a huge following. I'm trying to get to that point. So I really appreciate you coming on a small guy show.
Of course. Everybody matters. Everybody. And we're supposed to be here to help each other. That people got the assignment kind of wrong. We are
Yeah.
supposed to be here to help each other achieve our dreams. That's it.
That's the sad thing. A lot of people don't like to
They don't
help,
want to do it.
help each other.
And we are definitely going to do a podcast. So we're kind of like maybe need to learn something from you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You never know.
And it's
Yeah.
amazing.
I'm still
And you
learning myself.
I'm sorry.
What? Go ahead.
No, I said it's amazing because Sheila and I have been talking on the phone for what, 3 years? About
Or
3 years,
more than that.
like 3 or 4 times a day. And this is our first time meeting.
Yes.
Oh, really?
This
Yes.
is our first time. She like my sister.
Wow. I would never believe that.
And I was like Rayshelle, like she was just saying Armstrong. I'm like Rayshelle, you're Clinton. You know who you are, Mom. I was like, you need to do that for me. So I mean, and she did.
Wow. So how long have you guys been knowing each other?
But about what? About three years.
A little
But you
Oh,
know,
really? Wow. I thought maybe you guys have been friends since childhood or something.
But
I
you
know.
know, what's amazing? I've always been to my uncle's concerts, and
Yeah.
Sheila won't reveal how old she is.
I'm
But
25.
but I know I was at because I used to see the Brides of Funkenstein all the time.
Yeah.
So I probably, as a child, was looking up because I always looked up to the Brides of
No,
Funkenstein. I used to
you
look
talking
up
about
and
the
say,
two that was before me? No, no, no.
"Uh
They're older than me. I'm sorry. The two before me, they're older than me. I'm sorry.
oh, okay." But I know I used to look up to the Brides, because the Brides of Funkenstein would come on before Parliament
Yeah.
Funkadelic. And I used to look up to them and be like, I want to be just like that. I want to be on the stage.
Yeah.
That's my
But we were. I was a baby. I don't know what they were, but I was definitely. I was young to be out
so
there.
wasn't you. I
My
just know I
mom
used to.
helped me out, so
Mhm,
she allowed me to do it. So I'm not mad
mhm.
at all.
That was a picture of my uncle, my CD, my spoken word CD that I
Okay.
did in California. And
Okay.
when he came, gave a concert, I gave him my CD.
Oh, awesome.
DC,
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
DC.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure he supports you in every way, right?
He
Yes.
will. He
Mm-hmm.
will. He's very. George is. He's very helpful, and he does. He'll help you, but he likes when you help
Help
yourself.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Mm-hmm.
likes that. When he sees you doing that, then he'll come and do. You're like, okay, I see what you're doing. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's important. Yeah,
That is important. He's teaching you how to, yeah, to help yourself and build yourself and create your own brand.
right.
Eh, yeah.
And I will not let anybody demonize George to me ever. So if y'all
Mm-hmm.
thinking about it, you might as well forget it because
Mm-hmm. We're gonna share this podcast with him when we
absolutely.
see him Thursday.
But I'm
Well,
doing a
that'd be
show.
awesome.
I am going to do another show talking about that movie, Tear the Roof Off. It's called Pulse Speed. It's a great show, but I'm going to break it down all the way on that show.
Okay.
Yes, and how I feel about how they tried to demonize George in that movie and how that's
And
not.
you need to tell apart when you said they took all the nice things that you said out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because she
when they,
said, yeah. Go
when they
ahead.
did the documentary, I said a lot of nice things about George, but they only
Oh.
had me in documentary like 2 seconds here, 2 seconds there. Yep, that's me. 2 seconds
Yeah.
here, 2 seconds there, and anything else they took out. So that wasn't. I didn't like that. That's a misrepresentation of me.
Right.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna do it right. Yeah, that's
Awesome.
we were in Amsterdam. That was in Amsterdam. That picture right there. And George has this thing, right? If you're like you come to his room and you're hanging out and everything, it was like a clue. If he says drive safely,
No, that's my mother.
oh that's sweet.
That's my mother. And that's,
Oh, that's
and
sweet.
that's me standing beside him. That's way back in the day.
Where you at?
Right here, standing beside him. See,
Stand beside George.
right here. And that's my mom. See, right here,
Let's
got
see.
the brown.
Okay.
We was all backstage. And he was eating after the concert.
Wow.
Like you see right there, I had the Jerry curl.
I'm
Good
like,
times.
Uh-huh.
look at this thing.
That's my children. That's my aunt right there.
Wow.
Hmm.
GC
That was
brought
way
us
back in the
together.
day.
He did.
Hmm.
He brought us together. He don't even really know, but
I
he's gonna
know.
know. He's gonna know on the 6th.
I know.
He has a show here the 6th. We're about to go to after
And
it.
I don't even think he had any idea me, Sheila, and I knew each other.
Nope. But he knows now. He knows now. Trust him.
How cool is that?
Very cool.
All right. So, Sheila, what do you have going on currently? I know you've done a lot of recent solo stuff, like a lot of rock stuff.
Yeah, I'm
What's
working. The song I have right now is with DJ Industrial Badger. Right here. It's called Party Up in Here. It's doing
okay?
really, really well. We have to get we're working on the video. We're going to get a video done. Working on the video. And we have other songs in the works as well. Um, I have a song called Don't Treat Me Like I'm Invisible, which is very appropriate right now for what's going on in the world. Because it seems like certain people are trying to make a lot of people be invisible. So I have that. But the Party Up in Here run is really, really good. It's on Y51 Records. And we're having a lot of fun with it. It's all over the place. You can find it on any streaming service. Party Up in Here by Amuka.
Party up in here. What kind of flavor does it have? Is it rock or R&B or funk or
It's dance. It's EDM house.
house?
House.
Okay,
It's
Oh,
house.
okay.
It's drop the
big
house.
market for house.
Yeah. Drop
Yeah,
the house on him. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one.
yeah.
You should introduce him. Is he your
Yeah, your music seems so versatile and like it's across the board, which I like. You know, you're not one particular genre.
Well, I actually DJ Industrial Badger is here right now because let me tell you how cool he is. All right, he came to my mother's funeral and he lives in Columbus.
Oh
He's
wow.
right here. Can I just get a quick picture? Hi, that is Brad Henry, my one of my very
Can you
best
see him?
friends.
I don't think you can
Yeah, I
see
see him. How are you,
Can you
buddy?
see him? Can you see him? Can you see him?
him.
Are you in there?
Yep,
Sure.
yep. I can see the Kansas City hat.
Okay.
They're going to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, there he goes.
Yes, sir. I'm all about Kansas City.
He's really very
Patrick
important in
Mahomes,
my life.
Travis
He's one of the
Kelsey.
best people in this business. He's one of the best people I've ever met. I'm not joking because it's hard. You know, it's hard to trust people in this business.
Mhm.
I trust him wholeheartedly. He's been amazing, so I can't complain.
That's
He's
awesome.
amazing. I look at him. I'm like, where did you get that music from? How do you make music like that? I don't know. He's like got this. It's uncanny. He can
Right.
do anything. Yes.
Right. Yeah, there's some incredible producers out there who
Oh,
don't get the notoriety they should.
yes. And you need people. You find somebody you can really click. And I think we're magical. Like he works with a lot of different people, yes, but I feel like we're really magical. Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm the one that wants to sit in the front seat.
Sheila.
I'm serious. She knows.
Well, and once you got that combo, you don't want to separate it, right?
That-
Mhm.
Ooh,
That's a true. I like, look, write that
take a
down.
look
Like,
at that combo.
like,
You wanna
like
separate
Uncle George always say, write that down.
that combo. You don't want to separate.
Uh-huh. The
Yeah.
fries go with that shake.
Yes,
Exactly.
that shake. Oh, that's another story. Ooh.
Uh,
Tell the
my
story.
uncle was always like that. If you say something, he'd be like, "Oh, let me write that down,"
Oh yeah.
You write
and then you
everything
hear it in
down.
his song.
Yeah, that's how stuff comes to you. Like
Uh-huh.
you could see it in a dream or a thought just comes to your head. You got to write it down before it goes
You
away.
gotta write it down. You gotta write it down.
Yeah.
Can't remember every thought we
I
have
know.
that comes to us. Believe me.
Yeah, I remember a story that Prince was telling on an older interview, and he was like, I'd be in the bathroom brushing my teeth, and I'd just get this groove going brushing my teeth, and I'll stop, and I'll get down to a bass, and I'll just start writing stuff down.
There we go.
Yeah.
Play bass?
No,
No, I don't. I
he
play
was about
keyboards.
oh,
I was just telling a Prince story real quick.
Prince story.
What do you play? You do play keyboard.
I do.
Oh, right. He's a musician. Of course he would have to be, right?
He laid
Yeah,
on
I was in a band for quite a few years.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was in a band for about 10 or 15 years, and when COVID started, we stopped, and we never rejoined.
When COVID started, what?
When COVID started, our band
You just
stopped.
shut down and said, forget it, we're done.
Yeah, we didn't do any, and nobody was playing live at that time. We did some stuff in the studio together, but that was the end of it pretty much.
Wow.
Do you think you'll start back with your
Yeah.
band?
I want to. I want to start an entirely new band. I'm an R&B guy, so I want to start like an R&B R&B band.
Okay, don't give
That'd be
up.
awesome.
That's my thing. All right.
Mhm.
We encourage you. Definitely do
He
that.
gonna sit on our podcast.
We will be interviewing you.
Hmm.
Oh, that would be nice. I'll send you guys some of my older stuff.
It's something I really want to share with people since we're on this platform
Sure.
that I learned. And since my mom, like, I'm not saying what, she was never diagnosed with this necessarily, but my friend called me up and said, um, curcumin prevents Alzheimer's and dementia,
Mm-hmm.
but they're never going to tell you because it's a $400 billion business.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that. I really do. Curcumin is an amazing, it's the active ingredient in turmeric, the spice, that gives it its special properties. So curcumin is like concentrated turmeric. And I told my friend that I would share this. I would tell everybody. I told them that. So that's why I'm taking this moment to share this with people. I don't know if they're dealing with, but your brain, if you lose your memory, you lose everything.
Yeah.
That's it. So protect your brain, people.
So it's called curcumin.
Curcumin, Curcu,
Excuse me.
MIN.
Curcumin, and it's found in turmeric.
Yes.
Okay, and a lot of people are on a turmeric kick right now.
Yeah, but you know what? But curcumin is concentrated turmeric,
Okay.
and it 500 milligrams a day is the dose. So
And so that's the ingredient that you say can lead to Alzheimer's and dementia?
It prevents
Prevents it.
dementia
Okay.
and cures cancer. How about
Okay.
that? And I know people that it cured. So I already knew about the cancer, but
Yeah.
I just learned about the dementia and the Alzheimer's. I just so it's something you have to have it in your diet. That's it.
Okay. So everybody out there that's listening, get you some turmeric
Or curcumin,
or curcumin
right?
and prevent some
Save
stuff.
yourself.
Yeah.
Is it so gonna save yourself?
Probably.
Oh, okay. I was like, he said probably. There's a song that says everything probably. Smash yourself right, but save yourself. Save yourself. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Oh.
Oh, that was great.
You know, it's
That
funny
was great.
when I'm around people, right? And they'll say something. I'll just start singing a song. So my little cousin was like, "Cousin Sheila, she always makes a song out of anything. Almost anything you say, she can make a song out of it." So it's a big joke. But I can't help it. It's
That's
in
a
my
good,
Yeah.
life.
it's a good thing.
Sing yourself. I like it. I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
So there's a song that you did, Sheila. Is it
Appreciate me. Yes.
appreciate me
Yes.
a few years ago? I have a video of that. You want to show that video real quick?
Oh yeah, yeah. Please, please.
All right, let's do it.
It's just- yeah.
Remember me, yeah. Now she's walking down the runway. How long can you be?
Wow, that's hot.
I think you can. I remember. Yeah, that was fun.
So
My friend
versatile.
Cassidy did that.
Yeah, I had no idea. I did my homework and did a little research on you, but I had no idea what I was in store for. I was like, wow, I wasn't expecting that.
And I had some stuff I did with Public Enemy too that did really well. Like I did Midnight
Amber.
Train to Georgia. That did well.
And also with my uncle Jimmy G and the Tag
Oh,
Kids.
yeah, no, never. What is it? Your fries go with that shit.
Yeah.
No, you always break my heart.
It's Uncle George brother.
Yeah, the Jimmy
Okay.
the chocolate.
But he passed about 5 years ago.
Oh, okay.
It's a cute. It was a cute song though. It's like, you always break my heart.
I know.
You put me down.
What was that back in the 90s?
Yeah, it was 80s. Probably.
80s. Okay.
You get a kick out of kicking me.
Rest in
a kick
peace,
out of
Jimmy
kicking
G.
me down.
Yeah.
Right? Well, people like that. I'm like, huh? You get a kick out of kicking me. You get a kick out of kicking me down. I don't know where this word came from, but people seem to like it.
So you mentioned Public Enemy earlier. Your stuff with Public Enemy, was that like your vocal work or?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I did work with them, but we never released the album. It was crazy reason.
Okay.
This girl came into the mix. She was hired by Chuck to work with Gary, and then she went in and she asked him. She wanted a certain amount of money every month. He said no. So then she went. It was like a mole. You know what a mole? I hate to say it. I'm sorry. I'm calling you that. I'm sorry. But she just kind of. It got kind of interesting, and then I left. I was like, this isn't working. So I came back home because I wasn't really doing what I was supposed to be doing out there. I came back home, and then but I still love Chuck and Public Enemy. I love all those guys. So they're still my family.
Yeah.
But we did
Very
do a
cool.
song called Mississippi and Midnight Train to Georgia, which are on YouTube.
Okay. Cool. Definitely got to check that out. All right. So, where can guys where can people find your work? your music through Spotify or iTunes, or
All
do you have
of the
anything
above.
out there? All of the
All
above?
of the above. Amuka and Sheila Brody or Amuka. Mostly Amuka.
Okay. Nice.
Yes.
And for folks that want to find you on social media, where can they find you, Sheila?
Oh, everywhere. Facebook,
Facebook, Instagram.
Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, even TikTok on anywhere. Oops. Facebook, Amuka Kelly, Sheila Brody Amuka on Facebook, and
Okay.
yeah, Amuka Kelly, derivative of all that.
And awesome. And you, Rachel?
On Facebook, Rayshelle Armstrong Clinton. And on YouTube, Poetically Show Music and Me. And I have a TikTok, but I'm very seldom on TikTok.
Is TikTok even up, y'all? Oh, it came back.
He came back. It was gone for a second.
No, what's that? Because I went on into the TikToks down little, and that thing. Oh, that's the shock and awe thing. I get it.
And see the amazing thing with myself, I have two pages. I have a page on Facebook just for family and friends that I know
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah.
And then the page that you're on is for people that I don't know personally, but they support me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I don't know,
Ve-
I'm just like that. When it comes to like strangers knowing my family, it feels creepy. You know.
Well,
So I have two separate pages, one for the family and one
Yeah.
for the people that support me
Yeah. It
that I
can be
don't know
creepy.
personally.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. It can
Because
be
people
creepy.
people start sending requests to your children and it's just scary.
I'm sorry. I just meshed them all together. The family, friends. Because a lot of a lot of my friends are my family.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's harder for me.
But see, it's amazing because a lot of times the ones that you don't know support you more.
That's true.
That's what I
That is
find
very
out.
true. They would be willing to
I'm
go more
serious.
so than the ones that
I,
I know.
I know.
Okay. Yeah. I just wanted to
I
put.
can post a video on my other page with family and friends, and very very seldom someone to comment, and then post it on this page.
Right.
Yes.
Everyone comment
Yes.
and share and everything. I said it's just crazy.
Right. Yeah, I just wanted to put that out there for people that are interested in your work, see what you're doing now, what you've done in the past, and what you're going to do in the future, so that they can support you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. On that note, I think anything else you guys want to talk about, or anything else you have to say?
Everyone subscribe to Poetically Show Music and Me on YouTube.
All right, you heard it there.
Yeah. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram. I'm on every platform. So yeah.
All right.
Come party with me. Come party with me. Yeah.
That voice, the voice.
Come but us to laugh.
Well, thanks again, ladies. I really appreciate you coming on this little show, and hopefully we can continue to grow together. And I thank you guys for sharing your story, your history, your past, your present, and your future. And until we meet again, we're going to get up out of here. And I thank you guys so much for joining. If you want to find me, I'm over at YouTube, Freakopotamus Podcast there on that platform. I'm over on TikTok, same handle, Freakopotamus Podcast, and Instagram. And I have a Facebook group over on Facebook if you want to catch me there. So make sure you go over to YouTube, subscribe, follow on all the other platforms. And until next time, folks, we will catch you later. As always, I always like to say, live, love, and dream, y'all. Peace.